Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sorelle Unhinged.
It's a new year. It's the same us. We're still here in the van.
But elevated.
Elevated because Caitlin will now be addressing everyone in a British accent.
So, I had an experience, and I was telling Allison about it, that I went to an appointment, and the lady that took care of me was British, and it instantly elevated my experience. And I was instantly happy just because of her accent. And I think there's something to be said about that. Yeah. So, from now on, I'll be talking in a British accent. No, I won't. But
it's nice to...
But it is really nice to just, hear it. I don't know.
I'm impressed that you can do it.
It's not great, but I can do it if I try.
Mine does not come out whatsoever.
I was also watching Balin Out Loud.
Yeah.
And I love her. But it was so funny because they went to
take exit 30
England. And the whole time she ticked in a British accent, perfectly. But then when she tried to do it, she couldn't do it. And her fiance was like, "Bae, how do you tick perfectly in a British accent, but then when you try to do it, you can't do it?" She's like, "I don't know."
That's crazy.
So really funny.
Before we get started, I have to do a little an update on the dolling.
Oh,
so the main lady that I was talking about, and I cannot remember her Instagram handle, but I just saw after we did our last episode about the dolling that she went on and made this whole big post explaining herself because she was getting backlash and whatnot. So I don't think she's as crazy as we think she is. She does this doll scenarios, she says, as a form of play. That we all take ourselves so seriously, so she knows it's fake. At least she doesn't think they're real.
So it's for views. It's for attention and for views.
But she understands that some people do this whole doll shindig as grief, a loss, or something like that. But she's not doing it like that. She's doing it because she's as children we play, so why as adults? It's still weird.
But do we not think that maybe you're kind of being an asshole to the people that are using this for grief, and you're almost making fun of them? Because that's you're now doing it for views. So now I kind of go well, have a little coof.
Well, I mean, now is it any different from Amy Wowo that plays with llamas?
No, but that's fucking
stuffed
funny.
Animals?
Yes, it is different. It's different because dolls are fucking creepy. They are hella creepy. Okay, so you want to play with a stuffed llama and put it on YouTube and be llama bean and lamadine and whatever. Fucking hysterical. I can watch her say I'm a burrito 75 times and it's funny every time. but watching a grown ass woman play with big dolls.
So there's levels to the weird.
There's weird, and there's weird. There's weird that you don't want to touch weird. That is weird.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not going to find me out here now in a house full of dolls. That's not.
I can get down with playing. I'll get down and play with my kids and do all the fun shit and talk in voices and do all that crap.
I don't.
But
that's the thing. I'm the last person that would ever have dolls because
no, not with dolls. I'm saying monster trucks and shit.
No, it
superheroes.
Gives me a trigger. It brings me back to when Bella was the only child in my home, and she was 2, and she'd hand me a doll, and she'd be "Let's play talk about it."
I remember talking about it too.
I'd rather no.
She would tell you specifically
and then,
what to say.
So now you're self-conscious as an adult playing with a doll, and she's "Oh no, don't say that. Say this." And now you're being judged by the toddler on what you're saying with the doll. You know what? Screw it. Give me a puzzle or let me color. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it or play with the dolls.
Yep. Do you know where my doll nightmares come from? Is that fucking my twin doll that I had when I was younger.
That was
coffin, terrifying.
That was weird as shit.
I think it did come in a coffin box. But it was these dolls that were American Girl dolls, but they looked exactly like you, and they gave you a matching outfit to the doll. And just talking about it actually
that
makes me a little bit of a panic attack. So I hated that doll so much because it was terrifying. I don't know why I feel like my eyes are like welling up right now thinking about it because it was so scary. It was literally so scary that I had to take it out of my room and put it in the garage at one point. I couldn't look at it anymore, and I was so afraid that it was gonna wake up in the middle of the night and just be like over my face.
Chucky.
Yeah, I think this is why I can't like watch like those like scary creepy doll movies or anything like that because of that fucking thing.
Yeah, forget that.
So you're not gonna catch me playing with dolls as a full-grown adult.
I don't know. I kind of gave her like a little bit of grace when I read the note, but I'm like, you're still weird. I mean, you still shouldn't be doing it.
It's just it's.
I don't know. I mean,
It's
find
fine.
a
You
different
do you.
hobby.
You do
find
you.
a different hobby.
We'll just leave it at that. You do you, girl. Enjoy.
Maybe we should have her on
I
to
just,
explain herself.
you know,
Wouldn't that be something?
maybe
Reach
that would be
out.
cool.
Let's send her a message.
All right. So, anyway, let's get back to us. And, because we had the most lit New Year's Eve ever. It was great. It was so good.
may not agree.
It was so good. But it was like the New Year's Eve that, like, you secretly always dream of. You know what I mean?
Sweatpants,
It was all the things.
relaxation,
Yes. So,
food.
let's start at the beginning. So we started with your idea of DoorDash roulette.
I didn't come up with it on my own. I saw someone else do it on Instagram and I said, oh, that would be fun. Because, like, sometimes we just make snacks, you know, like air fryer buffet. And then, like, I feel like that never is satisfying.
No, I think it always seems really cool. And then when you do it, you're like, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, it's just like, you're like, I need, like,
Substance.
a meal.
Yeah.
And then, like, other times in the past, we've had so much food
Yeah.
that you're like, oh, forget it.
Yep.
So we knew it was going to be small, and we were like, I said, let's do this. So essentially, the rules of the game were like, everyone had like $20 to $30, and everyone ordered something that would be shared, like whatever you want it to be. It doesn't matter, and you don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the door, it's a surprise.
Yeah, so I had this amazing idea that I was going to order pliables, and I was going to do pliables catering, right? Because I was like, well, if I get individual pliables for everyone, it's going to be so expensive. They're like $12 a bowl. So I can't do that. And then I was like, oh, look, there's an option for catering. So I'm like, let's do catering. They'll send all the toppings, give you all like the plastic bowls, I'm assuming, you know, like pick the base. So I'm like, this is gonna be so good. And then like as it's inching closer to being delivered, I'm sitting there and going to myself, they didn't ask me like what toppings I wanted. And I'm like, it's fine. They just probably like have like their own, you know, like selected toppings for catering. And then I'm like, I really hope it's not just the base that they're sending, like a tub of the base. And I'm like, no, why the hell would they do that? Like, who wants to just order the base, right? So I go to the door, I open the bag, and I was like, motherfucker, it is literally just a tub of the base. And I'm like, what the hell do I do with this? Like, there's no bowls, there's no spoons, there's no granola, there's no fruit, nothing. There's nothing. And I was like, where do I go from here? So here I am. I walk in the kitchen. I'm like, well, fuck. So I'm pulling out blueberries and strawberries and I'm fucking dicing those up. And I'm like, I'm so pissed. I paid $50 for a tub of the base. Just this. A tub of base. Coconut.
Yeah, but the base is like ice cream.
Right, but I'm like, $50 I paid for that? Bitch, I thought I was getting it catered.
Yeah, no, that's no fun.
So
It was good though.
It was really good.
It was a hit.
I saved the day. I had granola, I had fruit, we melted Nutella, but like, I was pissed. I was like, never do that again.
So
Jeez.
other than your selection, the majority ordered chicken of some sort.
Yep.
So everyone ended up ordered some type of fried chicken. Like that was, we were like, wow, okay, I guess everyone likes chicken. I ordered Mexican. Some of the twins ordered desserts. Bella did chicken, Humberto did Spanish food, and then we also had another like spicy chicken. And everything was great. Like, it ended up being a lot of fun. We had more food than we needed. And it was just like funny to see all of the deliveries keep coming to the door. I was like, I thought it was so weird because I was like, someone's gonna order pizza, right? Like, there was not one slice of pizza, just so much chicken.
So much chicken. And the funny thing was, if I didn't do Pliables, I was gonna order chicken taquitos from Tequila House.
Yeah, so I was gonna do it from there, but I did somewhere else. And I will say that my Tequila House's taquitos are way better than the ones we got.
Hell yeah.
I didn't like these.
Literally,
they put beans in them, and that was weird.
my
I don't want
Tequila
beans.
House, chicken taquitos, you can't beat them.
Can't go wrong.
Those are it.
They're literally the best things.
So good. But okay, so
after that,
we had the Dave's hot chicken tray, and that was a roulette in itself. Okay, and there was one piece in there that was a disaster.
there was one Reaper piece.
One Reaper, and we all picked it out pretty quickly.
Super much darker than the other.
Yeah. So I think 4 of us out of 5 of us adults decided to try it.
I did not.
You did not. You skipped that one out. But I'm telling you, like, I took like a piece, like a small piece, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it, right? I felt like my body was melting from the inside out. It just kept getting hotter, and at one point, like, half of my lips went numb, and I was like, I'm not quite sure that, like, I'm okay. Like, there's a possibility I'm dying.
The pain on everyone's face was like concerning. You
It
guys
was-
were in pain for quite a bit of time.
And the thing was, like, I had like a bottle of whipped cream. I'm like,
I
And
don't
I'm
know
like-
how people order that like on a full meal, like, and want to have it.
yeah, no.
Because it doesn't like taste good. It's just hot.
And everything made it worse. Literally everything. And at one point I was like, I'm defeated. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm like ripping off like my jacket, and I'm just like in pain and just covering my face, just like holding my breath, and I'm like, it's gonna pass eventually. Can't last longer than 15 minutes, I guess, right? And it was about 20 solid minutes, and my lips were numb, I think, for probably like a half an hour.
That's awful. That does not sound fun.
No, that sucked.
I knew my limits, and I was like, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, I won't do it again.
Definitely not eating that.
Nope.
You went in the hot tub,
I went in the hot tub.
and it was freezing.
It was so cold, it was snowing, but I was like, YOLO, and I was like, I'm gonna go in the hot tub. Hour before midnight, I just popped myself in there. It was fantastic. I sat there and read my book on my phone.
So this year, I feel like I was all in on all of like the New Year's superstitions for luck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was embracing them, which I've really never paid much mind to ever before. And they kept generating on my For You stuff on Instagram, and I was like, wow, okay. Like, and they'd give lists, and they'd give lists. And I've heard of like, open the back door, open the front door, let the old year out, let the new year in, or whatever. Like, I've heard that. But there was some, which I don't normally partake in.
Right.
But there were some new ones that I saw, and I was like, okay. So I knew I myself 100% was going to do the grapes, which is, you know, a Spain tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Just like 12 grapes with intention. So each grape you eat, you have to have like intention. Like, you know, what do you want? Health, wealth, prosperity. Like, you want something. With each grape, you don't just want to like eat them. You want to know why you're eating the grape. But there's different rules. So like some people say at the 12-second countdown as the ball drops, you got to start eating your grapes, and you have to eat them all before your clock runs out. Other people will say that at midnight, then you have 1 full minute to eat 12 grapes. Guys, it is a lot harder than it sounds
Roadworks reported ahead.
to
On
eat
I-78
12
west in
grapes
half a
in
mile.
such a short
You're
amount
still on
of
the
time.
fastest
And
route.
you have to do it under a table. So whoever wanted to participate, fine. So we were getting, okay, we got the grapes. Now they also say red grapes are for love, green grapes are for wealth. I don't know. I only got red because they're my favorite. So if I'm going to be eating grapes, I want ones that I like. So, I mean, like, let's set the mood, right? The clock, it's approaching. Like, I think there's like a minute till the last minute of the hour, right? The kids are getting excited. Oh my God, how? And I'm like, no, the children are not participating because I have such a fear of kids choking on grapes. So I was like, no, you guys aren't participating. So like, get the grapes, get the grapes. It's starting to get a little chaotic, and we're like, oh, well, we're trying to shove 12 grapes into cups for people so that like they can have their cup. And I thought I was just gonna grab like a bundle and just like eat off. Okay, so I think like 3 of us shove underneath the table, someone shoves underneath the kitchen island, and now it's like the kids are counting down like, go, and we're like, okay, go. And it's when you start eating the grapes but then taking in your whole surroundings of what's happening to you, I just lost it. Like, I couldn't keep a straight face, and now I'm like watching her trying to chew very fastly, and I've only gotten in 2, and I'm trying to like stop laughing and think like, why am I eating this grape? Like, what's my intention for this grape? And I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, and then like I'm looking at everyone, like I'm meeting eyes with the people across from me, and then we're all just laughing, and now we're drooling grape juice. We're just dripping grape juice from our mouths as we're laughing, trying not to choke. I think at one point Caitlin had half the grape. She had 6 in her mouth.
Yeah, so I didn't take, I was like a savage. I just like plucked 12 grapes off of the vine, and I just had them in my hands here like this. And as soon as I heard them say go, I was just like, what?
No intentions.
No intentions. There was nothing. I didn't realize you had to make an intention for each of them. I thought it was like, you know, like an eating competition. Like, you had to have them in at a certain time. So I'm just pounding grapes into my mouth. And at one point, I had at least 6 grapes in my mouth. And I'm just sitting there, like, my empty hand is now puddling grape juice. And I'm laughing my ass off, thinking about how I'm going to get these next ones in without dying with the 6 that are in my mouth. And I don't even know.
A lot of pressure.
Then just, like, shoved the rest in my mouth. It was drool everywhere.
So in those 12 seconds, personally, I
got them all in it at 12:01.
And then I took my cup around and I said, well, screw it. I'm going to keep eating them, and I'm going to finish the task. And like, people were like, wait, you're still eating the grapes? Yeah, I think I got them done by like 12:06, but I completed them. I don't know if it's going to work. I also wore red underwear because that was the thing I saw. Like,
you didn't tell me about that.
I saw that last minute, and I didn't even have red underwear until like 2 days before. So I wore red underwear. I also carried cash around in my pocket because they were saying you should walk around with money in your pocket to attract more money.
So you had all these secret ones that you didn't tell anyone about.
Well, I told Humberto, I was like, hey, you got any cash that I can put in my pocket? So, and then like, I think, was that the only? Oh, and then the next day I saw someone, then the big thing was, don't do any laundry on the 31st or the 1st because you'll wash away all of your good luck. So I was very serious about that. Like, I did not know. All laundry waits until the 2nd.
That's how you get killed on the highway.
Yeah. So no laundry. And then on the 1st, I saw like, wash your hands with cinnamon. So you better believe I did that.
You had so many secret tricks that you didn't let anyone in on.
Well, I just saw them coming, so I was like, well, I'm going to go for it.
Well, I hope my hot tub party had something to do with it. I personally feel that I was melting away the old year and sweating in the new one.
Well, we also ate Chinese food on New Year's Day because I feel like that's just lucky.
I feel like that's just like normal. Like,
it's Chinese food season.
Who doesn't eat Chinese food on New Year's Day?
Yeah, I don't want the pork and ground. I want Chinese food with. Well, you at least got a fortune cookie. There was not much.
I did. I got a fortune cookie. I forget what it said. I think it said something like, "You're going to be the voice of reason this evening."
Yeah.
Cool. Enlightening.
That was it. We did bowling on New Year's Day, which was super fun.
That was fun.
That was really fun.
I got 2 strikes. I was the only one that broke 100 on our lane. I was like,
take the exit.
That's right.
Take the first left onto North Full Street.
Yeah, I just like, I think this was like my most
At
fun
the stop
New Year's
sign, turn left onto North
It was just so
Street
fun.
towards
There's
Hemel.
something about an understated New Year's Eve.
Yeah, because like I don't want to like do much.
I don't want to get dressed up.
I don't want to go somewhere.
No, I don't want to go out. I've
Yeah,
done
like-
that. Been there, done that.
I don't want to do that. I just want to
half a
sit there
mile,
and
turn
stuff my
right
face
onto
with some
State
drinks
Street.
at midnight.
I'm doing that every year now.
Me too.
I'm
That
gonna
is
like perfect
the best.
it.
I think we should like trial it.
We
at
are.
some
We're
point
gonna have to
during the year.
train.
Right, like we train hard. Like we sit there and we sit with a 12-second timer and we're just like, go! And we just see like how quickly we can get it in.
Well,
like, is there a technique? Do you use your back teeth? Do you use your front teeth? Like, what do you do?
Well, you could store them in your cheeks.
Do
like a
you
chipmunk.
store? Well, that's what I was trying to do effectively this year. That's I think how I got 6 in there, but without dying.
At the next lights, turn right.
I've also, there was one other one that I saw, which I wasn't about to do last week, but maybe next year we add it on. They say if you walk around the neighborhood pulling an empty suitcase, it will basically bring you about more travel throughout the year.
I think that just makes you look nuts. I don't know that I want to partake in that one.
Yeah, but wait, what if we get the whole neighborhood to participate?
Now that would be,
If they don't think we're weird, and they just go,
Interesting.
wow, look at that.
At the lights,
That'd be
turn
interesting.
right onto State
or
Street.
just like a small group of people that are just like okay with
You have
it.
like a sign up genius. Hey,
Yeah.
we're actually going to be going on this walk. Bring your empty suitcase.
And you start with like, great news, so that people think it's like really exciting.
Oh my
We're
God.
finally doing the neighborhood walk, and they're like, were we waiting for this?
Okay, I have to ask.
Yeah.
What really is sold at Rare Coins?
Rare coins and fine jewelry.
Rare coins? Like what does that entail? Is it going to be pennies now because the pennies are going to be rare?
I don't know, but that fucking is like what?
There's now a penny
In
Got
short.
rid of a
miles,
penny.
turn left
That was
onto Burbank.
news to me at midnight.
That actually makes me a little bit sad because
too.
I am quite superstitious if you don't know that
Yeah,
about me.
and you pick
And
a
like
penny.
you find a penny, pick
Pick
it
it
up all day long, you're gonna have good luck.
That's right.
Only if it's face up. And I put those little beasts right in my pocket every time I find
Me
one.
too.
Yep.
Me too.
And the upside down ones, if I find them in the laundry room, I kick them under the washing machine.
Yep.
I'm not touching
oh,
it.
In 1
Nope,
mile,
I'm not
not doing
picking that up.
I actually take another coin and flip it over. If I have to like put it somewhere, I'm like, nope, I ain't picking that up.
Gone.
Yep.
See you later.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, like, our holiday season, it came, it went.
Yep. And now we are pumped and ready.
Now we're in the thick of winter here in Pennsylvania.
I'm so ready
I just
to
want
just
warm.
roast my ass in Puerto Rico this year. I can't wait for it. It's
I mean,
gonna be great.
truly at this point in the season, once the holiday fun is over, I want the sun to burn my skin. Scraping.
So, I also just despise winter. I hate it. Like, I don't like being cold. I just don't like it. So, like, for me, I just want to, like, feel warm. And I want the sun to kiss my skin. And with a lot of SPF. But I just want to just sit there and just let that magical sun do its job.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be pasty anymore.
No. Do you know I also, like, obviously, but it's so cool to, like, hear it, that the ocean is, like, your body's way of, like, refreshing itself, right? So, like, when you step your feet into the ocean, your body, like, recalibrates. So, like, you get, like, re-energized and, like, it balances your energy. That's why, like, hearing waves and being around the beach, like, helps you to feel calm and relaxed.
It must be all of everyone else's piss that's in the ocean that
It has to be.
regenerates it.
It's got to be. Strengthens the magnetic field.
Makes you closer to
In half a
humankind.
mile.
Oh,
What's that? Oh. Well, now you see
travel
what happens.
problems.
Wow.
Okay.
Van
Well.
life.
On that note,
We're gonna go handle this.
yep.
And until next time, stay on the hinge.